Guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video is really serious, it's really important. You can probably tell from the title of this video that is a very serious video. If you are not new to my channel, you know that I usually make very fun videos, very interesting, very happy videos. This is not one of those videos. This is going to be a more important video. And this video is so serious to me. I've been planning it for the last 2 months. I've been researching about it for the last 2 months, and I am trying to make a difference in the world. I am trying to help people that get bullied. I watch this video. If you're someone that gets bullied, please watch this video. Please know there are people there who can help you. Report people who are bullying you. Don't not tell anyone. I have been physically and emotionally and mentally bullied throughout my entire school years. That is 10 years. That is 10 years of school. I have always been bullied. I don't know why. I've even been a bully at one stage. Because of the bullying that was going on, I turned into a bully, and now that I know all the things that I know, I think about that time and I'm like, I don't want that memory anymore. I don't want to have the memory of me being a bully. I'm not someone that cares about hurting other people. I care about people who get hurt, not care about being the one who hurts them. And bullying is such a serious thing. I have scars on me from physical bullying. I've been there. I know how it feels. So please, please, if you are getting bullied, tell somebody. Don't keep it to yourself. Tell someone. I kept it to myself and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And things happen that I am no longer I'm not proud of those things. So please, if you are getting bullied in any kind of way, I've even been cyberbullied before, okay? If you're getting bullied in any kind of way, please tell somebody. Don't care who it is, just tell somebody who can help. Whether it's a teacher, a family member, a friend. You can even tell the police officers if you need to. Okay? Just please, please, please help. Find someone who can help you, because bullying leads to suicide, and it leads to really depressing. It leads to depression, and it leads to self-harm, and it leads to suicide. And then that suicide affects people in that family. And anyway, I'm just going to get onto the video because this is just such a serious matter to me and I really, really want to get onto it. So, yes. So, I am going to kind of tell you guys about a young boy that committed suicide. I'm pretty sure it was last year. I might have that wrong. I did research it, but my brain's kind of in like 40 different places at the moment, so if I get something wrong, I'm sorry. I will leave a page down below about this young boy that committed suicide in the description. I'll leave a link to it. You can go to that and read about it. But yeah, so I've actually got some stuff written down here, so I'm just gonna grab that. It's literally like right here. So I'm just gonna like I'm gonna get this because first of all, when I was researching for this, I found this story and it made me cry when I was reading it. I was so upset. But yeah, so we're just gonna like get into this video. So this young boy was 13 years old and he was in year 7, and if you didn't know, here in Queensland, year 7 is actually the first year of high school, which for me was not one of the happiest years of my life. It was probably one of the worst years of my life. The bullying was terrible then. It was like really bad. And for a lot of other people, year 7 was terrible, but that is the first year of high school. That is supposed to be the best year of your life, and for this young boy, it turned out one of the worst years of his life, and the last year of his life. So, yeah. So Tyrone, he was 13 years old, he was year 7. He took his own life because of bullying that was due to his sexuality. Now, in case you didn't hear me right, he was bullied because of his sexuality. Why? You don't have the right to bully people because of their sexuality. It is 2017. I've had enough of this. Okay? People get bullied because they're gay, they're lesbians, or they're drag queens, or something like that. I don't care whatever the fuck it is. People get bullied so much all the time. I think it's terrible that people get bullied because of their sexuality. It doesn't matter if someone has a different sexuality to you, or me even. I personally am straight, but I have a best friend who is into guys and girls, and I have a friend who is gay, and I have a friend who's a lesbian, and that doesn't worry me because they know that I'm straight. I know that I would be too awkward for me to date them, and even if I wanted to, I probably wouldn't because they're my friends, you know? Like, I don't want to date my friends. I want to date someone that's my friend, but do you get what I'm trying to say? what I'm trying to say is we all breathe the same air. We all are made out of skin, blood, and bone. We all love some of the same things, hate the same things, and love all different things. We're all human beings. Okay, we are all part of society. We are all someone that walks in the street like every other person. You know, we're all people, and it doesn't matter if they're different to you. Okay, they might be gay, you might be straight. That does not matter. Okay, you have zero right to bully someone because of their sexuality. Did you hear me? Zero right. You don't have the right to bully someone because of their sexuality. You have no rights. You don't have rights. Okay? When it comes to things like that, you don't have the right to do it. You just do it because you feel bad, or you think it's funny, or you think it's someone. You're having a bad time. You're stressed out. Don't bully someone. It is not funny. It is terrible, and it just makes you look like a prick. So don't do it, because it's terrible, and that is what leads. That's what led to this poor boy's suicide, because of his sexuality, and that is, to me, just like, you have to be soulless if you bullied him that bad. And I'm not even up to the worst part. I'm going to get to another part like right now, because it still goes. You can see right now how mad I am, and I haven't even finished. So he was bullied because of his sexuality. Now, a month before Tyrone's suicide, he had to have surgery after being hit in the jaw with a fence paling. Now, so these people that were bullying him because of his sexuality were not only emotionally and mentally bullying him, they were physically bullying him. Hitting someone in the jaw with a fence paling, what the heck goes through your mind when you even think of something like that? Like, okay, people that bullied this poor boy, if you're watching this, what was going through your mind when you did that to him? What was going through your mind? Did you think it was funny? Did you think, I don't even know. What was going through their minds when they decided to beat this poor child in the jaw with a fence paling so bad that it required him to have surgery. That is just, you can see I'm getting really mad. So I've only written down a few more, and then, yeah. So after he was beaten in the jaw with a freaking fence paling, he was too afraid to return to school. That is terrible. Too afraid to return to school. That is the worst thing I've ever heard. I was in maybe 5th or 6th grade, I think it was. I was bullied physically and too afraid to return to school. So I know how that feels, but I was not bullied that bad that I had to get surgery. And it wasn't in the jaw, but I was too afraid. And it makes me sad to think that someone of year 7, if you don't know someone in year 7, sometimes people in year 7, they are big, they're strong, they can hurt you. But most of the time I see kids in year 7 and they're like this tall, they're not that strong, they're pretty little, they can't really hurt you very bad. So unless it was a strong pair of kids that did that to this poor child, they must have hit him pretty bloody hard with a fence paling. And I know you're probably like, it's a fence paling, it's gonna hurt. Getting hit in the jaw with a fence paling, I know that would hurt. But unless you get hit hard enough, it's not gonna break your jaw. It's not gonna require you to have surgery to get your jaw fixed. And just the fact that this poor boy was too afraid to return to school. Like 13 years old, what was I doing at 13 years old? I was eating ice cream and crying over like the Titanic. That's what I was doing at 13 years old. That was 2 years ago. This child was waking up in the morning before this happened, probably even after this happened, thinking, oh great, it's Monday, or it's Thursday, I have to go back to school. You know, he just makes me so sad. I'm seriously gonna start crying, because this boy was 13, you know, he had brothers, and he committed commit suicide, his brother's not going to see him grow up, or he's not going to see his brothers grow up and get married and have children or see them succeed. And he was year 7, you know, he's got so much to live for. He has such a future ahead of him. And the fact that, you know, he committed suicide, imagine what his family must be going through. Like, there mustn't be a day that goes by where they don't think about him and probably cry over it, you know, like, it's really, really upsetting about that. So yeah, I don't know, and it was all because this boy had a different sexuality to people. What the hell? He had a different sexuality to you. What does that matter? You know, if you had a sister who turned lesbian, would you bully her and feed her in the freaking jaw with a fence paling? No, you wouldn't. You would either not be there for her, or you would be there for her. You would not smash her in the jaw with a fence paling. You would not bully her to the extent that she decides to commit suicide. You would not bully her to the extent that she decides that life is no longer worth it. You would not bully her to the extent that she decides she can't tell anyone, or that life is too terrible, or that she doesn't have anything to good for her. She feels terrible. And even the same with a brother, or a cousin, or a father, or a mother, or anyone that you know, or even a best friend. You would not bully them to the extent that they commit suicide because it was that bad. You would not. You would either be there for him, or you would not be there for him. Okay? You would either be there and you would support this person of yours, of a friend or a family member. You would be there and support them, or you would never talk to them again. Either way, you would not bully them to the extent that they decide that life is no longer worth it and they decide to end it. Okay? They decide to take the easy way out. Okay? Because that is not okay. That is terrible. You don't do that. So what the heck is different between this kid, huh? What's so different about him that you bully him to the extent that he decides that he can no longer live? What is so different? And you can't come up with a good reason, can you? No, you can't, because there is no difference whatsoever. There's no difference. I need to pause this. I need to go calm down. I need to have some water. I'm going to start crying in like 30 seconds. So I need to go get rid of these tears, and then I will be back and back to normal selves. And I will tell you what this whole video has been leading up to, what I want everyone to do. So I will be right back. Okay. I'm calm. I'm settled. Now, I don't know if I said this at the start of me talking about this young boy, but I do not mean any disrespect to his family or him or anyone. I don't mean any disrespect at all. I am clearly just stating that someone was bullied to death so far that they decided to commit suicide. You know, I don't mean any disrespect, just so I can tell you that, because I don't know if I said that when I started talking about him, but I'm saying it now. So please, if someone in his family is watching this, I'm sorry if you thought I was being disrespectful. I am in whatsoever being disrespectful. I am being kind. Sorry. 1,000 things are going through my head. I am just showing people what bullying can do to you. So, yes. So, I know a lot of people talk about kind of things like this, and they decide to make a GoFundMe page or something to help, and like, you know, do this once a month, do this once a year, blah 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 blah. I'm not doing that. I'm not asking any money in this whatsoever. I am just something that I want you to do every single Friday. Every single Friday, I want you to go up to at least 5 people, and at least 2 of those people have to be someone that you've never met before, someone you've never talked to before, and I want you to give them a compliment. Okay? A compliment. It can be, I like your hair, nice shoes, nice clothes, you look good today, good luck on the math test, or whatever. It has to be a compliment, and it has to be nice. You have to go to at least 5 people every single Friday and give them a compliment. Okay? I want you to do that, and I'm not asking any money whatsoever in this. It's literally just me wanting you to be a good citizen of society. Okay? That's all I want you to do. I'm going going to be doing it every Friday, and I hope that this video goes viral, and I want people to see what, you know, bullying does. And I want people to see this and become aware that every Friday you need to give someone at least 5 compliments. Please do this. Because those 2 people that you don't know, have never talked to before, may have seen but you've never spoken to them, they could be going through depression or suicidal thoughts. And that one compliment can make such a huge difference. Trust me, I know. One compliment from someone you've never met can make the biggest difference ever. Okay? So please do that every Friday. Just please do that. Please. I just want to say something before I end this video. If you are going through bullying, any kind, I want you to tell someone. Please don't keep it to yourself. Tell someone. Tell your mother, your father, your grandmother, the person you live with. Tell your brother or your sister or your cousin or a friend or a teacher or the guidance officer or someone that you can trust. Tell a police officer, or tell a firefighter, or tell an ambulance, tell someone in the emergency services. Okay? Tell them, because they can help you. When you tell someone, it makes a bigger difference. When you tell someone, it makes such a difference. It helps you. If you are depressed or suicidal, please seek help. Please seek help. You might think that you are not depressed, or you might think you're depressed, but it's not to that extent. Trust me, if you don't tell somebody, it can get to the extent that you start to become suicidal and self-harm. That is how far it can go. For this young, poor boy, it probably started off as depression and then ended up in suicide. Okay? Now, I'm pretty sure he told someone. But I think it was actually the school, but the school did nothing, apparently. That's all I could read. So if you tell someone at school but nothing seems to happen within a day or 2, go to someone else that is not in that school. Go to emergency services or go to your family. Because, trust me, they will help you. Please trust me, they will help. You need to tell someone. If you have suicidal thoughts or depression, I'm going to leave some like a suicidal hotline or depression hotline or something like that in the description below. I'm going to leave a link to their website, and it should have their phone number on it. If it doesn't, I will leave their phone number next to their link, and hopefully you call them and you'll help them and make an appointment with your doctor or your psychologist or anyone like that that can help you straight away, because you know that's a big deal. If you live in America, I will try my hardest to leave something for you down below. I live in Australia and I'm trying so hard to find things like that, but it doesn't always happen. So if you live in America, please Google it for yourself, because there will be someone that can help you. For people that live here in Australia, I will leave things for you. But please, just please tell someone. Once again, I meant no disrespect to the family of Tyrone. I honestly mean that. I am so sorry about your loss. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys. I'm not going to leave any kind of social media links below, just things to help with bullying. But yeah, so please seek help. I will leave a poll either, I think it's here, somewhere. It'll have if this video helped you, you click that. If it didn't help you, click that. I need need to know these things. So please, thank you for watching this video, and if you know anyone that's suicidal or depressed, help them. Thank you.